Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm your boy, Evil Ace King, and welcome to the Lethal Injections podcast.
You know me, Evil Throwman here.
And you know me, Evil Crash.
So what's on our agenda today? Because I've already forgot.
Yeah, none of us have ideas here.
Yeah, we're freeballing it pretty much.
It's time to have fun.
That's
Yeah.
right. Fuck it. Now, I have the number one thing on the agenda for me is Xbox news out of the Xbox camp. I seen the new commercial. Some people are upset about the new commercial. I believe, Crash, you've seen the new commercial.
Yeah.
The new commercial shows the new Xbox technology as far as all voice commands. It sets for gaming,
Not a single thing.
not a
Nothing.
game. They
No
really,
Not a
games.
game.
they really did push the football, the NFL stuff on there. They pushed that
Yeah,
a lot.
watching it on TV, keeping the stats.
Yeah, the guy was like, what was he making? Chips or something? He was getting
Man.
chips.
And he was just,
Yeah, go Seahawks.
yeah, my team scored.
Yeah, no, he was really excited. And then he went. What was it? He got on Skype.
Yeah,
I don't
he
e-
was like, "Look, you see my scores."
Yeah, I didn't even really pay attention at that point. I think he was probably getting on Skype. They'd be like me calling up people through him and, hey man, your football team sucks. I'm calling you through my Xbox One just to let you know how bad they suck.
I'm watching them right now, and they just fumbled.
And I just got a beer from the refrigerator, and I just yelled at my Xbox to go to the football game. And then I told it to Skype you. I didn't have to move, man, but to get the beer.
Yeah.
Sooner or later.
Would you like a piece of candy, sir?
That's right. I want a piece of candy. Sooner or later, I'll be able to say, Xbox, get me a beer.
One day we all hope.
Hey, I'm buying one then.
Should be a bunch of fat people then.
Yeah. Xbox, bring me a burger.
That'd be like a Wally right there. Bunch of fat fucks.
Oh, man.
Oh, more Xbox news. As of right now, there is no supporting hard drive, external hard drives when on release. So
Yes, that is
Oh, that is true.
that is the news. And I guess where I stand on that though too, and I'll ask each one of you. All right, there's 500 gigs out of the box. Do you really? I mean, I imagine the updates are not going to take too long. I heard that it's supposed to come in like a patch update or something where external hard drives will work. Do you really think? Let's say it takes them 2-3 weeks to get that update in. Do you think people will burn up 500 gigs that fast? Honestly, I don't.
They
probably not.
couldn't.
But you also got to remember too, people like to download music. They put a whole bunch of stuff on their hard drives on.
I
there.
mean, I'm not saying it's
But-
not. It's not possible. I'm not saying it's not possible. But logically, like in thinking, if it doesn't take, and that depends on how long it takes to get that out there. I wouldn't think it'd take that long. So I mean, for me, I just don't think it'll. I don't think it has a great impact. But I mean,
Well,
it is.
I also like to download the games onto the Xbox. It makes them a little faster, anyways. It doesn't have to, use a disc so much. So
Well, see, I'm too lazy to download the disc
Yeah,
for the game.
you just want to play the game.
I just wanna
I
play
just
it.
want to play it.
So I mean, unless it's faster with the next gens. I mean, these current gens, it takes a while. So.
Yeah.
But I can see if there's still as big of files and it takes as long, then yeah, I believe it could be possible to burn up 500. You're right over there? Somebody breaking in?
Don't worry about me.
Ladies and gentlemen, if somebody breaks in, you will see this live. We will unedit it as they strangle him. I just want everyone to know that. You'll be the first.
We'll
this-
censor that part.
This will censor
Don't
what?
censor my dad.
No, it's uncensored.
Don't
They'll be
censor
able to
my
watch it. They're going to be able to watch this.
Oh,
And-
they are? Oh, well,
That's a
even worse.
million views right there, Crash. We'll be right to the top of the board thanks to Thrillman being strangled.
Yeah, for
But
real.
but don't
First page
worry,
news.
your camera will catch a picture of him, and then we can get all the fellow YouTube people to help us catch him.
Yeah, man.
It'll
I guess that'll work.
probably
all,
be.
all the what 85 viewers.
That's right. Oh no, we lost Crash on the camera. He's gone.
No, well,
Oh, he's back now. For a minute, your monkey popped up.
that's all right.
Everybody,
Yeah, mine-
everybody's gonna see his
Having-
pretty monkey. Uh-oh.
Even my computer's having problems tonight.
Yeah, computers. That's why I
Damn
play.
PCs.
That's why I play on a damn console. Less issues.
Don't feel bad. I'm gonna get my console soon. I'm gonna get my consoles. I'm gonna get my PC, and we good to go.
In case no one out there in outside land doesn't know, I'm the ass of the bunch. I want the PC guys to write me the bad letters. Oh, you're so anti-PC. And all you Xbox fanboys, I just come on, bring it. These two guys are nice. They're the nice guys of the bunch.
Whatever.
They're the nicer guys.
See, I'm the pretty nice guy, so I'm sexy and I know it.
He said. they're
Okay, there, Suavo.
We just lost 5 viewers, guys. We just lost 5 viewers.
We're going the opposite direction now. You
All
keep
right,
on.
We're back on topic, boys.
Well, I don't even remember where we were at this point. All right, so basically no external hard drive support right out of the box with the Xbox. It'll come in a later update. I'm saying I don't think it's a big impact. I
don't think so neither.
I don't think that's a big deal. The other good news, all right, since I've been terrible about Xbox. The other good news is that supposedly they're going to support the 360 till 2016, if I'm correct.
Yeah, that is.
And they're expecting to have, I'm not sure if that's exclusive titles. I highly doubt it, but there's supposed to be 100 plus more games in that support time. And that just triggered bum 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 bum.
That's cigarette time, guys.
Oh man, let me move my pop sock on out the way.
You gonna light your hair on fire, buddy?
Yeah, I'm gonna burn like 10 of these pop socks. I'm gonna have to buy like multiple. They're a fire hazard.
Well, since we're smoking a cigarette, I'll go into.
Wait. I wasn't finished. You ruined it. So the Xbox 360 gets 11 years of support, which is pretty big for Microsoft. I haven't heard anything out of Sony camp on how long they're going to support PS3. I don't know. I mean, there's.
I haven't seen nothing yet.
I as a Sony kind of fanboy, I hope they do support it just as long.
You heard it here first. He's a Sony fanboy.
Yep.
CNN News. All right, that's pretty much it. So I mean, that's good news out of Microsoft as far as the support for the 360. So I commend them for that. That's pretty good news. So what's your news? You want to talk about Thrillman?
I was just gonna go into the the Skyrim MMO online. So it's gonna be a massive online. Platforms are gonna be spring 2014, close to that area. So. Anybody like Skyrim, it's going to be online soon, so that's going to be fun for all of us.
Well, that was a curveball. I didn't see that coming at all.
All right.
But yeah, they're going to release about spring of 2014 so far, so that's most of the news we have on that, or all the news I want to talk about, anywho. It's going to be fun. I like a lot of little MMOs anyway, so I'll be on it. You'll see my face there, so.
Yay.
Yay.
Are you going to be a fairy? An elf?
I want to be I'm gonna be a pussy. I'm a cat. I'm sorry.
You heard that? You heard that here first.
Oh Lord.
Lord can't help us at this point. We're way out there.
Yeah, we're far gone. So.
Yeah, it's too late now.
Well, I hope you guys get some information off this podcast. That's for sure. Other than the fact that we're ridiculous people.
All right, look, I'll be real honest. We're underprepared. Me and the Evil Crash were about to die later this week. We both come down with the next gen colds. That's what I'm calling mine, anyways. We were so excited we got sick about the next gens.
Yeah.
Been in the bed underneath blankets, dying.
Yeah.
So excited.
But we still come to the podcast.
That's right. The show must go on.
Oh yeah.
All right. I got to get Crash involved a little more. Crash, we gotta get you involved a little more, guy. I guess me and you can talk about what they released. I guess we can all talk about this. I can just give the rundown of basically what it is. The PS Vita TV. Me and you, Crash, we talked about this. Thrillman, I've talked to you about it a little bit.
Mhm.
It's supposed to be in Japan, right?
Yes, it's in Japan only as of now.
Yeah.
Right, there's kind of a double-edged sword here. Me, I'm probably gonna bash Sony a little on this personally myself, depending. Now they released what is called a PS Vita TV in Japan, or it's been shown in Japan and coming to Japan. What it is basically, in a nutshell, it's like a Roku, an Apple TV. It's a sub-top box with the ability to play Vita games. It has a little cartridge in the side. I want to say it comes with like 8 gigs, so you can play games on it. You can watch TV. You can watch Netflix. You can do, pretty much that type of stuff over there. I don't know all of the Japanese like streaming type stuff. Like we have Hulu over here. There's another one over there. So basically, everybody says it looks, gorgeous. It does what the PS Vita does, only it stays attached to your TV, of course, being that it's a sub-top box.
Yeah.
Now, here's the question. It's in Japan as of now, in Japan only.
As of some of the rumors I've actually researched and learned, it is coming this way, but it is being released in Japan as of now. But there are talks of it coming west, and so we're kind of hoping.
Okay, I think I'm going to give my opinion first. I'm going to go here. I'm on the hot seat, and then you Crash. You can go after me after I give my opinion, and then Thrill, we'll come back to you after I vent what I got to say.
Oh,
all right,
God.
There's been a huge push and talk. Vita. You need the Vita. It does remote play. PS4 and Vita. Vita. Boop, 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 boop. Vita. All right, now the Vita is $100. I think they dropped the price down to $199 as of now. Okay, this device in Japan, when they break it down to American dollars, is $99.99. All right, now I'm not complaining that it's cheaper. Here's the thing, though. You can't do remote play with it because you can't, pick it up and walk away with it. Number two, I've heard that they're trying to make a newer, basically a lighter, I don't know if it's smaller. These are just also rumors, too. Nothing's really been confirmed or set in stone, but they're working on another Vita. Basically. I don't know if that means that they're trying to make the Vita itself more price-friendly here down the road, around Christmas, after Christmas, whatever it may be. But it just seems like if you bring the PS Vita TV here, you're honestly, in this day and age, people are making more sensible, buys. They're not. Who's going to spend $199 for this just because the only difference that it does is you can pick it up and walk with it? Compared that you can have a PS Vita TV in another room, and you can sit right there, and it pretty much does the same thing. I don't see how, Sony can push an actual handheld Vita if they bring that here. I think it just kills off the regular PS Vita. That's just my opinion. I don't think it's smart. That's me.
I have to agree with you, man. I don't see it. What's the point of it, really?
I mean, I guess you could argue a point. Okay, Sony can make it, and it costs a lot less. Right now, as it stands, $100 less than the Vita is now. But, of course, I actually started getting, I've never cared about a Vita. I'll be real honest with you. Vita's closest competition is the Nintendo 3DS. Everybody knows about the Nintendo 3DS. I'd honestly have to say I think that the 3DS is probably outsold the Vita, because when the Vita came out, I feel like it was too high of a price. People weren't into it, and at that point, nobody knew that it was going to be for a PS4, and they were really gearing it towards working with the PS4 by the point when the Vita came out. Little was known about what the future Vita had in store. But now with the PS4 coming out and the way that they work together and the remote play and the support that is getting from the developers, now whether that's the developers having to do it or Sony's kind of making them do it, it still excited me, the fact that I could pick it up. I could walk into the other room and continue playing. And from what they say, It's going to also have party chat capabilities. You can be in party chat with someone on PS4 because they're bringing party chat to PS4 like what the Xbox had. The Vita TV, yes, it's a lower price point. Yes, it might be more easy and more consumer friendly to some other people. But if you put that in the market, I feel like you sell more of those than you do the actual Vita, and you're making the Vita handheld itself obsolete in the long run. That's just, I guess that's what I'm getting at.
Maybe I'm wrong about this, but is the PS Vita TV basically a Roku or a Apple TV? It's a streaming-based thing that you can connect to the PlayStation 4. And that's basically all it is, right?
Yep, it's just like a subtop box. That's really, in the end of it, and that's what I also don't get. The difference is it has a slot to play basically Vita games. It can play Vita games. And it has, from what I'm understanding, I haven't gotten in deep into the research, so people can crucify me once again over it. But I've gotten the gist of it from what I've seen when they were talking about it in Japan. I think it has 8 gigs on it, and you can play PS Vita games. From there, it's just basically a subtop box if you're not playing Vita games on it. It's very small. I want to say it's actually smaller than an Apple TV or Roku. It's thinner in size.
Yeah, you can literally set it on the top of your TV and it sits there.
No, it won't sit on top. It's very long, but it's very skinny. Because it's basically the picture of the girl that had it in her hands. It was a girl, so imagine she's got smaller hands. It basically laid in both of her hands, but it was very thin from the pictures that they showed of it.
Right, yeah.
But
they're talking about around $95 price range right now, what I've been reading.
Right around basically $90 to $100.
Right.
We would just put it in that category, in that range.
Me personally, I'm not getting a Vita.
Oh, you're not? Well, I am. I was, but I'm damn sure not going to spend another $100 when I can play Vita games. If this thing comes here, I'll just spend $100. I mean, the only thing I'm not getting is remote play. I can't pick it up and walk around the house with it. That's the only thing I'm not getting out of the PS Vita TV. But I'm also saving $100. I can still play Vita games on it, and I can stream with it, so I can hook it to my other TV.
Well, that's like me. I already have an Apple TV, so I really don't need another one of those anywho. I mean, I don't.
Unless you wanted Vita gameplay, that would be it. Yes, for you. You have Apple TV, so you wouldn't need it for the whole streaming purposes. Me, I don't. Right. The closest thing we've got to that is a Roku. To be honest with you, I'll use my PC more. If I want to watch something, like Twitch TV, I'll be on my PC and do that. For me, I mean, but now I'm not sure for. Now here's the catch with this, though. As far as the remote play goes, I don't know if you could hook basically your PS Vita TV to another TV in another room, and it can still communicate with the PlayStation 4. Now, here's the thing I don't know, and this is what I'm curious to find out. Maybe somebody already knows that may stumble across this video. I'm not sure.
Yes, it's actually, as I'm reading, there's actually a moment I'm looking at it. There's talks with remote play compatibility, so it's basically one PlayStation 4, 2 TVs compatible. So you can have your PlayStation 4 in the living room, and you can have your PS Vita TV in your bedroom, and you can still play your PS4 in your bedroom without having to move your system, is what it looks like to me.
Okay, so basically you'll have remote play on another TV with it. So is that a bad thing? No. But in the reality, does that not just strip away? Because with the handheld, you can walk, from what I understand, within 100 feet and continue playing. Okay, so that gives you a lot of more options. If you're in the living room and that's where you're set up, it's too noisy, you could go into another bedroom. Hell, you could go on the front side of your porch. 100 feet's quite a bit from a router. And you can continue playing, staying in party chat on a handheld device. Or you just get this, you can hook it to a TV somewhere else, but you still have the remote play, if that's all confirmed, but it's $100. So, I mean, I feel like if they bring that to the United States, and this is what I'm asking you, Thurman, if they brought it to the United States, remote play, $100 less as of now, pretty much plays Vita games and does streaming. If you were going to purchase, now this is if you were going to purchase a Vita or a PlayStation Vita TV, which would you buy?
I would buy the TV. Because, I mean, for me, I would probably buy the PS Vita TV because of the fact that hey, I share a TV with my fiance. So, while she wants to watch her TV shows and blah, 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 hey, I can go to the next room, hit back on the game system, keep playing without having to move anything, change any cords around, do none of that stuff. I personally don't like a lot of the handheld games. I don't like.
That's what I was going to ask
That's
you.
another
Because
electronic I don't need.
Because handheld itself, you don't have to plug anything into it, the handheld piece. I mean, it basically will kick on. But for you just rather have something hooked to the TV, you just rather go in there and remote play that way.
I would rather have my big TV and I can look at it. That's
Okay.
what I want.
So you're not into the whole handheld thing. All right, I get it.
No,
All
not
right.
at all.
I'm going to ask you, Crash. All right, now, I'm asking you as if you were going to buy a Vita, all right, this is a $200 price tag for a handheld, or $99, let's just put it at $100 for a PlayStation Vita TV, that pretty much will do the same thing, except you can't walk around your house and continue playing like you can with the handheld. Which do you buy?
Probably TV. Because the simple fact, I don't have no handhelds. I strictly sit in front of a TV all the time. That's just the way I don't like looking at a smaller TV. Hell, I play my games on a 60-inch, and I don't screen share. So, I mean, I have people come over. Hey, let me get on and play with you. No, I don't screen share. But you got a 60-inch. Yeah, well, that whole 60-inch is mine.
Okay, so
know.
you
None of
want
that
the
split
bigger
screening here,
screen.
buddy.
Yeah, no split screening. So you're the same thing. I'm in the same boat. But for me, I just saved $100. That's where I'm at. I'm saving $100
Yeah, I agree.
versus spending $100. It does the same thing. I just can't walk around. So, in closing argument, do you think if they bring it, does it hurt the handheld? I say yes.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
So to
Well,
close,
let's do this. Let's ask our audience. What do you guys think? Do you think it would hurt it, or do you think it's gonna not really affect it? You tell us. Comment.
I mean,
let us know.
I'd like to see a kind of diversified opinion of that. I mean, there's three of us, and we pretty much all come to the same conclusion. I just feel like as far as business sense, it doesn't make sense. You put so much money into the handheld device, and I'm not saying that the TV self it was a bad idea, but it doesn't make sense for all of E3 and Gamescom and all this stuff. You've been pushing the Vita. You've been pushing the remote play and the access and all that. And now, all of a sudden in Japan, you released a PS Vita TV, which does pretty much the same thing. You just can't walk around with it. So I just feel like as far as the business, that doesn't make very much sense. That's just my closing argument.
But you gotta look at it too. I mean, look how many devices you can connect to the PC. I mean, the PS4 now. I mean, you iPads and Android-based tablets and all this other stuff. You have
Yes,
so many
yes.
things you can connect to it. Why would you need one more?
Yes, but you can connect on their app-based systems. You can't play a game on it.
Right.
That's the difference. Just like with Smart Glass. And that brings me to my next argument. You have Nintendo who's had the 3DS. Everybody knows that Nintendo sells well on them. One of their biggest selling games that I'd have to say, their bread and butter games on a handheld that they make good money on. The Pokemon series, they've got that new one coming out. Everybody's hyping that up.
X and Y.
X and Y. You know that's going to sell well. They always sell well. You've got, of course, there's the Zelda series that's on the handheld.
Zelda.
That's always been a bread and butter winner. Of course, anything usually Mario related for Nintendo, that's a big deal. I think as far as handhelds as of now on the market, one, their price tag. They're, 160 for a 3DS. And, of course, you don't have to have glasses. You can cut it on or off if you want to play in 3D, if you don't want to play in 3D. And then I want to say the 3DS XL is like $200. That's the price tag on them, which is quite large. But
Yeah.
I feel like as far as handheld, they've pretty much got it on lock. I feel like Nintendo's had the handheld. I mean, they've been in that business for a long time, since the ginormous big gray block. I mean, the huge gray block. Now, Sony's been around in the handheld for a while. What was it, PSP, and then they had the PSP 2000 or 4000 or whatever, and then Go. And, I mean, they've had a bunch of renditions of a handheld.
Why does the Xbox not have one?
Why do you?
Yeah, well, that brings up a good one.
Yeah, that's kind of my point. Do either one of you guys see Xbox getting into handheld? Do you feel
I
like
honestly don't think so.
I feel?
I think they need to.
Do you think
Yeah,
they need to?
yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
Yeah.
they have smart glass, and that's for the games and app-based stuff. And I'm not. I like the smart glass. Honestly, I'm gonna be real
Yeah, it's a
honest
good
with
idea. Yeah.
you. I like
Yeah.
the smart glass, but when I look at the PS Vita and I look at how well Nintendo's done, and I'm gonna be honest, I'm one that says I'll bash on Xbox and everything. I think Microsoft could make a very good handheld device, honestly.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah,
I'll
absolutely.
swallow my pride in a second and say that I think that Microsoft could probably make, if they really wanted to, the best handheld device for gaming, remote play, just like what Sony has, and probably make it better. That's just my opinion. Now, I lean more towards Sony. I'm a big Sony fan. I'll tell anybody that. But, like I've always said, I'll play any game on any system because at the end, the game is what matters to me. I feel like at some point, Microsoft is going to have to think about a handheld. There's money to be made there. That's number one.
Oh yeah.
If there
Oh,
wasn't
yeah.
money there,
Yeah.
you wouldn't see Nintendo still in it, and you wouldn't have seen Sony sticking in this long. There's money to be made in handheld. And if you look at the mobile games, look at how much money mobile games are. How much they make. Yes, they say free to play, but that's just like Candy Crush and all these little mobile games. They make a fortune. People buy an extra life, or they buy this, upgrade, or they buy this. Mobile devices are getting, mobile games and cell phones and tablets and the gameplays on them are getting huge.
Yeah.
I feel like handheld stuff is
It's in. Yeah, it's
It's
definitely
in.
the trend. That's for sure.
it's definitely in a trend. I mean, the funniest story I have that I can share, and this is not a lie. I haven't told either one of you this. My mother is addicted to playing like via on the tablet and mobile games. She got big in on that thing on the Farmville too. Okay, now you start off that's free to play. All right.
Oh yeah.
Actual money she spent on that is more expensive than any game I've ever bought. Let's just say it's over 100 to buy stuff that she's needed for. But the thing that's so funny about mobile games, and even for her, and this is kind of in the defense of anybody that spent too much, it creeps up on you so fast you don't even realize how much you've invested.
Yeah.
You see it as, oh, I spent $1, I spent $2 here, and next thing you know, you go and look back, dang, I spent $70 this month on that game.
Yeah.
I feel like at some point Microsoft has to think about an actual handheld system. You?
Yeah. Oh yeah. They're gonna
I
have.
know there's been some research done with the Xbox and Microsoft. They've tried a few times, way kind of back. They did a lot of collaboration with a lot of phone manufacturers and stuff like that, putting out the games for the mobiles and stuff like that. And I've seen a few I guess what the concept ones that they had coming out, and like what they trying to see if they can make it and whatnot. I think if they did actually do it, it would be awesome. I think it would be a good addition to the Xbox and Microsoft family. So I don't see why they should not do it.
I feel like they have to make a handheld console. Now they had the Windows 8
yeah,
phone,
yeah.
and PlayStation tried to do that cell phone thing a while back. And honestly, I think that
They
was
didn't
like
do very good.
that was a
That was
failure.
flopped really quick.
That was just, hey, I give you an A for effort, but man, what idiot designed that? I hope they fired him. I'm sorry, but I mean, I seen them try to mess, and there's money to be made in the mobile market, but as far as like what Sony tried to do, or you have the little keyboard, you don't need all that. If you want that, you have that. It's in a Vita. All right.
Yeah.
If you get the Windows 8 phone, you got a Windows 8 phone. All right. You can pretty much expect it to do what it's gonna do, but it's still a phone. It's very functional. I feel like they have, as a phone. I think Sony went too far with their phone and the idea, A for effort, but I mean it was a complete F. It was a failure. I know there's some people out there that had them and loved them, but there obviously wasn't enough people out there that had to have it and bought it and loved it because they never made another one yet.
Right, yeah.
So, I mean, that tells you right there that there wasn't enough consumer for it and people just weren't really in awe or wow of it. So, as Evil Thrillman's name just disappeared from us. It scared me for a minute.
Yeah,
I- I'm
I'm up all night.
I'm sorry, man. You should have got a Windows.
Maybe
Damn
it's
apples.
just the Google Plus one, all right?
Oh,
Maybe it's just that.
maybe you should have bought a pair. Now let me quit harking. There's gonna be some Apple fans get really mad. That's gonna see this video. Windows.
Yeah, you know it.
Yeah, but all right. So I feel like they're gonna make a they need to make a handheld console. Crash, you feel the same or?
Yeah, I feel the same. They're behind times as the way you can look at it. They're behind times.
Would you support? Would you buy a handheld Microsoft gaming console? Would you stand behind it?
If it runs great,
Well,
and
we,
I mean,
we're talking about Microsoft. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's gonna run good.
well, I'd hope so.
You're not gonna get the
But-
ring dot. You're not gonna get the red dot of death.
I'm just saying, if it
Well,
overheats, I'm done.
Yeah,
If
as
it
long as
over, I'm throwing it out the window if it does that.
but yeah, I'd have to go with that. Hopefully they do it and get with the times with it.
I think they could do it. I think they could be successful in it. I mean, and I'll actually say that, and I would buy one if they made one, and I think it would be a good product. I think they have the research. I think they have the money, the resources. They definitely have the team. I know that the beginning of the Xbox One was kind of blundered. There were some issues with it, and I think right now there's just so many people that are mad that it's going to take time for people to get over it. I think eventually. I think when you look back 3 years from now, these arguments that you have now, they don't exist anymore. I really don't. I think a lot of this stuff will be forgotten in the future. It might not even take that long. I think once the consoles are here, there's still going to be that great, what I would say pissing match for a while. There always is.
Oh yeah.
But eventually that's going to die down. People are just going to be playing games. I think that they could do it and do it right. Thrillman, would you buy a handheld console if Microsoft got into it?
Yeah, I would. Yeah, I would.
Okay. You would support it. All right.
Yeah, oh yeah. I'm definitely not hate Xbox. I don't dislike Xbox. I love Xbox. That's what I started on was Xbox. I had the Xbox One. I had, the 360. Even though I went through so many, I still like Xbox. They did right by me when I had so many fell on me. They fixed most of them. But yeah, I would definitely get them. But I'm a both console kind of guy though. I will have both consoles down the road anyway, so it doesn't matter.
They did not do me well. That's all I'm saying.
Well, they didn't do.
That little
they
guy.
didn't fix them all. All right.
Look, that guy I called. He told me, "Hello, we cannot help you, sir. I hear nothing coming. You have static on your phone. It's no good. Sorry, sir." I did the towel trick and got rid of it. Sorry, GameStop. I love you a lot, but you got a towel trick, Xbox. All right, moving on. I guess we'll move on. What's next on our agenda? Because we really have absolutely nothing.
Let's go through the rumor, the super rumor.
The
VR.
the rumor, the rumor.
One of
Sony's VR rumor.
Oh, I thought you said about Crash's rumor. Oh, my bad.
No, shh, sit down, quiet. You can't tell nobody.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's only on
Yeah,
Saturdays. That's tomorrow, Crash. I'm sorry. I forgot.
yeah,
man.
we can
I
gotta wait till
forgot.
tomorrow for that one.
Man, I'm sorry.
Oh Lord.
So the VR headset, the rumor
Of the VR headset, yeah.
that supposedly,
PlayStation.
yeah.
Yeah, as of right now, we're looking at a reveal at the TCG, or the Tokyo Gaming Show, on September 19th to 22nd. They're talking about a reveal then. So that's
If
pretty
they don't
close.
push it back.
That's,
Oh my
Lord.
God, you guys are so 3D right now. You look real.
What's your take on their Crash about Oculus Rifts? What I talked about in the last show. Is it something that you think it's going to do well or not?
It just depends on the gamers, really. I mean, if you're into that, go for it. Me, even the games now that are 3D and you put the cyan colored glasses and stuff on. Man, that
I feel
shit
like my
does
head's
nothing
gonna
but
explode every time I wear
yeah,
the glasses.
yeah. You get headaches and
Well,
all
this is
this.
gonna be. I hope this is gonna be a lot better because you're talking. Oculus Rifts are that are coming out and are in the dev stage, and as of right now, they're doing pretty good. So hopefully, the
Hopefully.
way their new technologies, they're actually using FOLEDs in the actual thing, so it's gonna be real easy on your eyes. It's not gonna be real hard, is what as of what the research I've done on it. So hopefully, it'll not give you headaches and it's gonna look really good.
I'm
I
calling it.
mean, hopefully.
I'm calling it now. Sony virtual reality headset fails.
I don't know, man. I hope
It
not,
fails.
but I think Oculus Rift is going to give them a big run
Sony
for their money.
is an idiot if they come out with that and they don't buy Oculus Rift. Because I'm gonna tell you what'll happen. You know who will buy Oculus Rift out?
Microsoft.
Microsoft.
Exactly. Exactly. And you know who all the people like right now? Oculus Rift. The developers, they love Oculus Rift. People are standing behind it. If Sony wants to make a VR headset, you either have to buy it or you better make one hell of a headset. That's all
Yeah.
I'm saying. That's it. I mean, I have nothing more to say to that because the two things that happen to that is if, let's say Microsoft buys out Oculus Rift or, brings them on board, a lot of people know about Oculus Rift. Of course, at this point, nobody really knows anything about Sony's VR. Of course, like we said, this is rumored.
Well, you're talking too that they had a showcase of this before, back for what they call it, the 3D television.
Yeah,
The
they had,
ones they made before,
and
right?
but it was way too expensive and it never took off. They
Yeah, it
had that
was like how much
3D
was it? It was like
headset.
800 bucks.
Yeah, somewhere around 800. And I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I felt like people wearing that thing looked like a messed up RoboCop.
Hey, ain't no wrong with that.
I'm just saying. I mean, I've never been into the whole VR headset. Like even with Oculus, I think it's cool. There's plenty of people out there into it. You will not see me wearing no headset. A
I will
TV.
have a pair, trust me.
If I was gonna buy a pair, I buy Oculus Rift, even with Sony's VR. Even
Yeah,
if
I would
even if that comes out, I'm buying Oculus Rift. They put. I mean, this is a company that started from Kickstarter, got enough people behind them, believing in them, and they've been around the block now for a while, and they've gotten developers really excited about being with them. That's why I say Sony could have egg on their face. There's two things that could happen. If Sony comes out with a VR, it's like I said, it's going to have to be on point. It's going to have to be, number one, price friendly.
Yeah.
Number two, it's going to have to function and do more than what Oculus Rift does. Or else your competitor's going to woo Oculus
Well,
Rift to their side.
I don't know though. I mean, I'm kind of biased on both of them. Honestly, both of them I think will do okay because you're thinking about they're using basically the same technologies on both of them. I think it's going to be a price thing.
All right, but here's the thing. All right. Here's the biggest point. PlayStation 4 virtual reality headset is only going to work with Sony.
No,
Oculus
obviously.
Oculus Rift, as of now, will work with consoles and PC.
Yep,
Multi-use.
that is true. Yeah, you got me there.
So, I mean, that's the biggest point. Right now, Oculus Rift is trying to work with everyone. So you buy a Rift, and let's say you have all right, let's put it this way, because there's people out there, they have a good gaming PC. They have, of course, they might have an Xbox One and a PlayStation 4. All right, they'll have everything. They can play on anything. With the Oculus Rift, as it stands now, they're supported all the way across. If Sony comes out with a VR, obviously Sony's not going to support Oculus Rift anymore. They're not going to want it to work on their system because they can't. They have to sell their headset.
Yeah.
So now you have Oculus Rift, which Microsoft's not going to put a damper on PC because of Windows and all that stuff. That I'd have to say most people use Windows averagely, but being on PC, even the games like Titanfall is an Xbox exclusive, but it's also on PC.
Yep.
Because it's Microsoft.
But that's what I'm saying. So you could still use it on PC and Microsoft. That's my only argument with. It's kind of coming back like to the PS Vita TV. I don't think it'd be neat to see what Sony could do, but at the same time, if you don't buy out your competitor and you don't buy out the head Steam, they already have momentum. All right, let's be realistic. Oculus Rift has momentum. Sony has a VR headset that's rumored, and even if they show it off, they could get people excited, but
But you're also talking about Oculus Rift is also on the market already for development.
that's what I'm saying.
know.
And you don't have that yet with Sony. That's what I'm saying. That's where the momentum is. That train on Oculus Rift is already moving.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
I
Yeah.
agree.
So that's just where I stand. I mean, I'm a supporter of Oculus Rift. I would try it. I just don't see me. A VR headset to me is something that, it might be cool for me for like, 15, 20 minutes, but like playing Call of Duty for 3 or 4 hours on that, it's just, I won't use it for that. I
Hey.
mean,
It's getting us in shape, buddy. You
Nah.
guys sit here, run around and have fun.
nah. All right. So that's where I stand. What do you think, Crash? I mean,
No, I'm not wearing no headset. I got a 60-inch TV in there. Why would
okay,
I-
Crash is
why would I-
completely out of the headset argument. He doesn't care either or.
Yeah. Mm-mm.
I want a pair. I'm gonna get a pair. I don't care if it's Oculus or VR or whatever.
Okay,
It's gonna be somewhere in my house. I can guarantee that.
I guess to close it out for the closing argument. VR headset from Sony with Oculus Rift. Good move for Sony to go ahead and come out with theirs. But is it better for? I mean, do you feel like that they should try to buy Oculus out if they're going to do that?
I don't think they should try to buy out, but I think they should collab with.
Yeah,
Okay.
partner with.
Partner with them. Okay, that's fine too.
Yeah.
They could partner. Do you feel
If
like
they
they
don't
they
partner,
have
though.
to?
Yeah.
Okay, you feel like they
yes,
have to.
Absolutely.
And
Yeah.
you feel like they have to. And now
'Cause
if they don't,
Microsoft's going to take it.
okay, that's my, and that would be smart.
Mm-hmm.
Let's be realistic, because guess what? Microsoft doesn't have to spend all the money. This group they've already done it.
Yeah.
You're just getting money and support from Microsoft by that point, right?
Yeah.
Right.
All right, that's
There you go.
that's
That's our take on that one.
that's my take on it, at least, and it's all of our opinions on that.
Yeah.
All right, beautiful people, what is next?
Um.
We're looking at through him and stare at his forehead. Look at this. Isn't this beautiful,
Yeah.
people?
Well, one thing about the PlayStation 4 that I kind of like about though is
Uh-oh.
where you can, let's say that like if you're at work and there's a special deal going on the PlayStation where a game is a certain price and you want to download it. Well, or say that you're on vacation or whatever and you can't get back in time before the sale's over. Now they have it to where you can get on a computer, your phone, or a tablet or anything like that. You can get on there and you can actually purchase it. And when you purchase it, your PlayStation will actually kick on and download it, install it, and then turn itself back off. That way you get back home, you ain't got to wait for all that. You just jump in your damn gaming chair, turn it on, and start playing it.
Well, yeah, you're right completely on that one too. But I think both consoles are going to be doing that too as well.
I have yet to see it for Xbox, though.
I haven't paid much attention to it.
I have. I've been looking. I haven't seen
Well,
it.
the talks are is the Xbox is going to be on standby mode, so it's always going to be on.
Yeah, but
No.
you're at work, you ain't gonna be able to purchase something and it download instantly, though.
The standby mode was something that was rumored. I don't think there's going to be a standby mode. That's something that they were trying to do where you never had to cut the Xbox off. It would go in standby mode. Now, it could be happening. I don't know. I haven't seen where you can go. Well, I would imagine you could, though. I think Thrim was kind of right because the whole idea behind Smart Glass is that you can communicate with your Xbox. So, Smart
Anywhere in
Glass,
the world. Yep.
is it going to function like what Sony's want to do?
Maybe not. Maybe
Probably
so, who
not.
knows?
There's going to be differences in it. There has to be. But
Yeah, oh, yeah.
here's the real advantage for Microsoft. They have Windows. They built operating systems. They have Windows 8. You can like now you can already, get your Windows 8 hooked up with your Xbox 360 and they can already, semi communicate. It's just not what I would say smart communication yet.
Mm.
I do like the fact that Sony can actually cut itself on and cut itself off
As soon as it's done.
as soon as it's done. Now, I do like that. I don't know. if smart glass is going to do all that with Microsoft, or if you're going to have to come home. I'm not sure how that's going to work. It might work where you can go to the Microsoft store, buy something, and then when you get home, you have to cut the console itself on and it download, or it could go into standby mode where you don't have to shut it off and it downloads. I probably wouldn't recommend a standby mode if that's what they have. I don't think I'd want to leave mine, in a sleep mode.
Well, they run every computer. Every computer has a standby mode.
And a computer is like twice the size and has a lot easier chance of dissipating heat.
Yeah, well,
For
also,
me,
I didn't buy a computer and it not work when it came out the box.
Well, I'm just saying, like me, I don't trust Microsoft to leave them on, man. Look, I have a, people are gonna crucify me. I got a Dell, all right. If it said Microsoft on the front of it, I wouldn't leave it on. I'd be scared to catch on fire and get the yellow ring and orange ring and purple rings of death and then burn my whole house down. I'm being serious. I heard a 360 getting so hot and being in such confined areas catching fire.
Yes, they did have those issues.
That's retarded people that put them in a damn area, though, for it to do that.
Well, I'm just saying, hey, mommy, look, Mom, look. My Xbox, we can roast marshmallows. Get the s'mores. Greatest console ever. You can have s'mores and play about 10 seconds of a game before it completely melts out. That's what I'm saying. I mean, I'm just saying I don't think I leave mine in standby mode. I'm not sure how that's going to work with smart glass, but they're going to have I know they're going to have some answer to whatever Sony's got there. They have to. I mean, they make software, they make apps, they make all this stuff. They've been in that game for a long time.
Yeah, I just haven't seen it yet until they bring it out and say something about it.
Okay, you like the fact that you can cut it on, you can purchase something. I'm all right. I'm gonna give you my honest take on this. I've never bought crap on the go, and to be honest with you, I would not use my phone to buy something. I'm the type of person that has to come home, sit down with the controller, browse through stuff to see what's in the market. Look at this guy. He's looking kind of scared right now.
The ghost just walked by.
It was the Blair
Just
Witch.
walked behind me.
But anyways, I've always been the guy that has to come to the market, and I have to look at what's in the market, and then from there I usually watch trailers or whatever, or try to look at reviews, and then I'll buy. I've always bought right off being at home.
You've also been, a victim of, people stealing your credit card too. So
Yeah, so I'm not a big fan of doing any purchases. Like, I'll be honest, like everything I bought off of PlayStation has been with a PSN card. I don't put my credit card information in there, so good luck. Anybody wanting to hack my junk, you might get $2 on a PSN card. I don't put my credit card information on there. I don't even do it on my phone. I don't even pay my bills online. If I can't do it over the phone, I'll send you a check. And especially, let's be realistic, in this day and age, and especially where we're going, there's going to be a lot of problems going forward. And the scary thing for me,
so many hackers out there in the world.
and I'm gonna be honest, scary thing for me on the PlayStation 4 side is they had a lot of problems on PS3 for it getting hacked. I
Yes,
was
they
one
did.
of those people that they sent me all that stuff. My identity had got stolen. I had to run all that crap. I kept getting letters in the mail. I had to get all that. You know how long that shit took to get all that taken care of? Too damn long.
Yeah,
It
I
was
remember those.
Didn't
ridiculous.
the Xbox have the same problem?
They did. But it was a lot smaller.
Xbox has been hacked too. A lot of people don't want to admit that, but it has been hacked. Has it been hacked this severe, Sony? No.
No.
When's the last time you seen Microsoft down for a month and a half? Let's be realistic. I'm a Sony fan, but they no online for like what, a month and a half, and all you got was 2 games and what, a month of VIP.
Yep.
And me being one of the people, I want to say I got some extra. They sent me some shit in the mail. I can't even remember what it was. I want to say it was like extended VIP or whatever, and then gave me all the steps I needed to do. Got a hold of them, found out I was one of the ones that had been stolen. I had to get all my passwords, I mean, all that shit. I had to do a ton of shit a lot of loopholes to get back to being secure. And since then,
Have
I've
we
learned my
actually
lesson.
heard any news about the security on the new systems, the new consoles?
No,
No information on
No.
that yet.
no. They need to hire Steam.
Yeah,
That's who they need to hire.
they're pretty good.
Yeah.
Wasn't it a kid that hacked back into the PS3 system?
I'm not
After
sure
they
if
said
it was a kid,
fixed?
but once they fixed it, yeah, supposedly from what everyone says, it turned around after it got hacked and it was down for like that month and some change. Apparently, somebody went right back in like as soon as they were going to put it up or something of that nature and told them that they were still vulnerable and just went hacked right through it.
Yep. And actually,
Now-
I think I got a job with Sony too after that.
I have no idea about any of that. There's so many rumors about all that stuff, and again, that might not have been true, but I do
Right,
know that
right,
Sony's
yeah.
been hacked multiple times.
Oh yeah.
But let's be realistic. Facebook's been hacked. Twitter's been hacked. There's a lot of hackers out there, but everybody seems to think that Microsoft is invincible. That is not true. When they hacked Microsoft, a bunch of people got hacked, and they said that the problem with their hack system was that it was so easy to get everybody's name and password when it got hacked. Because something about the way the encryption or the way it works, it basically gave these people all your passwords, X amount of people. It was like 30,000 or something. It was some big crazy number. Microsoft is not invincible either. They've been hacked, and they've been hacked more than once. Are they better at getting it fixed and correcting the problem? Oh, yes. I mean, they get it done real quick.
Faster.
A lot faster. They're more,
Almost the same day you're back on.
yeah, they're more
online.
reliable at getting it taken care of. And I think that has to come with working with the operating system and being in it for so long.
Yeah.
And I think that's where Sony hurts a little bit. Now, I mean, that's just, or they're just, all them guys ate donuts and didn't give a shit for a month.
I doubt that.
I mean, I'm just saying, man. I don't know. I just think it's maybe because Microsoft's been in, the computer world for a while. I just feel like, as far as are there going to be hacks in the future? Yeah,
Oh,
it's
of
going to
course.
happen.
I hope
No,
not,
it's
but
gonna be.
hey, it happens. It does happen. So.
There's always a dickhead that just wants to do it just to fuck it up for everybody.
Oh yeah, you always have to have that one.
That's just like Twitter and all that stuff. Why do you hack it? I don't get hackers. Just fucking, you're here to play. Why? Because some game pissed you off, or because you want to be great at Call of Duty, you gotta hack the shit. That just makes you a pussy. Ace King's opinion.
Yeah. Hey, Evil Crash says the same thing.
I'm sorry. If you got to hack to be good at a game or hack because you don't like something, if you don't like it, fucking stay away from it.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I went to school for computers, and I've never really had all my stuff stolen. I've definitely had my bank stuff stolen, but nothing with computer information stolen. So.
I'm just saying, if you don't like something, don't hack it because you don't like it. Just fucking go to what you like, do what you want to do. If you have to hack to be invincible or great at Call of Duty, go play My Little Pony.
Yeah, that's
Because
true.
at the end of the day, everybody that does it the right way, none of them have any respect for you anyways. And nobody's going to fucking give a shit about what you do. Everyone knows you hacked it, so no one has respect for you. No one gives a shit. It's not like you're going to take over the world hacking. I'm sorry. All right. That's just my opinion. I'm going to get off this hacking shit before a hacker comes in here and blows us all the hell up. Bomb virus or something. All right, what's next on our agendas?
Looks like we're gonna go into some of the games, I believe.
All right, games. Games are always fun because they're
Fun.
fun. That's
That's what
right.
we live to do.
That's the reason why we're here talking about games.
This is true. All right. Number one. I guess I'll start this. You guys kind of looked lost for a minute. I'm kind of lost too. Y'all want me to go ahead
Well,
and
I want
start?
to talk about The Witcher 3, man.
Oh, you want to talk about The
I wanna
Witcher,
talk about the crew.
and I want to talk about My Little Pony. Y'all didn't see that coming, did you?
No, I did not.
But
Uh,
The Witcher 3, man.
Oh, The Witcher. Yeah, I am kind of
Yes.
excited for that.
Yeah,
Yes,
me
I-
too.
I mean, I sat there and watched the trailer, and I watched some of the gameplay on it, man. That's to me that type of game, man. I'm gonna enjoy that one. Just the way it looks and how the gameplay is and what you have to do. So, and I just can't wait for that one.
All right, Witcher 3. Crash is very short on words, ladies and gentlemen. He's a
Just-
very shy guy. the Wi- The Witcher 3. I played The Witcher 2. Now I've never played the first Witcher, so I can't give you any idea about the first Witcher. But basically, are you all right?
Oh yeah.
I was talking to Thrillman. His big nostrils just came shooting out fire. They were very loud. You all right? You all right, buddy?
No, I'm not okay. But it's okay. I'm
Okay.
fine. I'm fine. Don't mind me.
The Witcher's basically, all right, let's put it this way with the way they're going with 3. It kind of seems like Dragon Age / Skyrim. It's a large open world. It's kind of a hack and slash. Third person. You kind of, in 2 you had to craft like your medicines and your healing potions and all that stuff. That's why you're, of course, the Witcher, and it has to do with the eyes. You're kind of like I would say like a monster hunter. But they would say in the third one, now the second one wasn't really like this, but they say in the third one you're going to have choices. So, and apparently the choices you make, like, you know, if you go and you go fight this demon or monster, the demon or monster may, yes, be bad, but it may have been doing something that may have been helping, and you might go slay it, and then it has an ultimate effect on a village or a town or whatever. Basically, it just sounds like you're going to have decisions that impact the game, and you're going to have to live with kind of like the consequences. I won't really go too much into that. A lot of the games are like that ever since the Mass Effect series kind of came out. There's been a lot of games like that. So,
I
but
think Dragon Age is like that too now.
yeah, Dragon Age would be because it's BioWare, and that's who
They
made
were
Mass
really
Effect.
good about that.
Yeah, so I mean, the BioWare has made games like that from the beginning. In the
That's
reality,
one of my favorite developers too.
I love them. I was a big fan of the Mass Effect series. I know a lot of people hated 3. I mean, you got to give and take too. A game developer has to go with what they want. I didn't really like the ending. Don't get me wrong, but you also have to be honest. It was a good game. It played better. Dragon Age 1, I had a lot of fun playing Dragon Age 1. Dragon Age 2, I had fun playing, but it just a lot of regen. It just wasn't as fun as the first one to me. And the DLC, in my opinion, on the second one just was a waste of money.
It was a lack of time. It was, I mean, not lack of time, but it was a waste of time for me for that DLC.
It just the DLC in the first one was so much better than the second one.
Yeah, but the Witcher 2, the Witcher 3, is they're talking about being 20% bigger than Skyrim. You know, about another 100 more hours of completion of the main story. So it's going to be a really good long game. So I think it's going to be fun. If you've ever played a mixture between, you know, Baldur's Gate, Bard's Tales, Skyrim, Oblivion, you play games like that, you'll like this one.
It's in the same
Right.
genre. I mean, it is, but I will say that The Witcher, luckily, kind of does stand away from that crowd. Its storyline and what it brings and what it has to offer.
Yeah, it's a lot more because you're talking about the new systems. You know,
It's-
there's a lot more they can do with it. It's gonna be so much bigger, so much funner, and it'll be a fun game no matter what you do.
They have their own characters too, so I mean, it's not like they just try to steal things from a lot of other games. It's not all right. Let's
No,
put
yeah,
it.
no, I'm just
It's
saying
not like
genre of games.
Darksiders. It's not like Darksiders, who's basically God of War and Zelda. You know, it's not like that. I mean, they're their own game, but it is a lot like Skyrim as far as the world.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, just talking about the way you play the game and stuff like that, and it's a bigger world, it's a prettier world, it's going to be a lot more storyline and a lot longer game. I
Yeah.
mean, Skyrim was a long game, but
I
this
showed-
one's gonna be, you know,
I think
way
I showed
longer.
Crash. I'm not sure if I had a chance to show you through them in the world. Crash, I showed you the worlds and how basically the worlds look and how it loads up and stuff, right?
Yeah.
The
Yeah, you
world.
were showing me that.
Did I show you the worlds,
Mhm.
dude? I mean, the layout of the lands and stuff look very. I mean, they look good.
Yeah.
What was the size of this one compared to?
Oh God, I don't know what the actual size is. I know that some of these games. All right, for people who don't know, I guess they have to build, and I'm not sure, but they have to have X amount of dimensions in order to build. Now, what they say is like for Minecraft, okay? Minecraft's a big, huge game. Supposedly, Minecraft, the world itself generates to equal the size of Neptune. And I know that the lead guy from, the guy that did Fable, he's now moved away from, I think that was like Lion's Head Studio. He's moved away from there. He's making his own game now with his own team. I'm not sure of the new game he's coming out with's name. I'm pretty sure Thrillman doesn't have it on hand because I know I showed him a little bit about it. But he had done this little game called Curiosity, which was a little cube, and you kept tapping layers. Thrillman actually wound up playing that for a while. Someone actually won that game. It's now done. It's over. And I think this game might be called Goddess or something like that, or Goddesses or something like that. But basically, his world and the game, maybe our next episode we'll talk about it. I'll get all the information. But I know that he did say that world's generating layout is the size of Jupiter.
Which is really big.
Yeah, it's huge.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's a really big world. Minecraft, I mean, Neptune, I've tried to get to the end. I've gave up. I've played Minecraft before, and I've been up in the air flying on PC before and just kept going and kept going and kept going. I was like, all right, I'm done. I give up. So, I mean, I'm not sure how, I guess to bring it back, I have no idea how large this world is. I'd imagine most of these are way larger. That's just like they said that one area on Dragon Age was the size of Dragon Age 1. The entire game. Dragon Age 1.
Yeah.
So, and they said that little section you were seeing, that one little part that they were in walking around, that equaled the size of Dragon Age 1. So I'd have to say these games are probably 4 or 5 times as far as world size larger. That's why I can't wait for the next, like GTA or Saints Row to come out on the next gen.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah.
Good Lord. All right, that's pretty much it on The Witcher. I'm excited for it. I played The Witcher 2. It looks good. Going into the Crew.
Oh, the Crew. Oh, I'm gonna have so much fun with this one. The Crew. It's a racing game, open world, which is gonna be really super fun. Basically, you go around. You're trying to get squads of your friends and stuff like that to help you compete in these events and stuff like that. And it's a huge open world that is also you can get help from your friends on your tablet and all that. But upgradable cars, you can make them suit whatever need or look you want. You can put mud tires on a Lamborghini, all right? You can do some pretty cool stuff with the game, but some cool little snippets on that one. They're talking about involving worlds that kind of grow with the time, so they get better and bigger. They're talking about having some of the big cities, like Los Angeles and California. It's like really in-depth cities. They're made to look like it from the actual real world. Driving around, seeing stuff like that. So it looks like a really fun game, and I'm a good fun racer. So I love racing games. So
No, where you're talking about how give them an idea of how big the gameplay is.
it's the United States. That's what this one's going to be pretty much in.
They're saying that the way they broke it down that I watched, they said if you took from New York to Los Angeles and you was on a straight road, open wide road, and you're just hauling ass down the road, it'll take you 45 minutes on the actual game to travel those two distances.
Now, what I've heard about this developer that's doing this, as of now, if you leave from New York, and apparently you can go from New York and drive to Los Angeles, you and your friends or whatever, you can go and you can drive, and it'll take you 45 minutes. Of course, the time is sped up to get across basically all these states and whatnot.
I don't think you really want to drive,
of course,
36 hours across country for real.
Yeah, well, this kind of brings up the topic, I guess, of what I'm saying. They're going to continue to support and continue to grow areas.
Yeah.
So
Make it prettier, refine it, and change it.
places
It's gonna be
like
pretty
well, what I'm saying is like Utah. Or Utah right now doesn't really like from what I've seen. There's like 6 or 7 major areas: Miami, Los Angeles, New York. All the really big areas are already kind of developed.
Yeah.
But of course, Colorado, Utah, and there's other places. The way they talk is over time. This world and the United States that they have laid out. All these states are going to grow areas. So eventually, that 45 minutes as of now might actually become an hour or an hour and a half or 2 hours. Of course, it'll always be sped up.
Yeah.
They're not going to
No.
make a game where, it'll take you 36 hours actually to drive across. But the fact that you can drive from, here to here, and they're trying to keep it as realistic as they can, I think that's pretty badass for, a driving game. And I know the cars aren't realistic because you can't make mud, a mud Lamborghini, but that's still.
But they look really good. They look like it
The
would
car-
be
the-
what it did. Yeah.
The cars don't. I mean, they look good. I mean, it doesn't look like
It doesn't look
A
like
cheap-
freaking Lego cars or
Yeah.
something. It looks like the real car, just done up. and
They're
changed
just
or
giving
whatever,
you
yeah.
a bunch of options, and I don't have a
And
problem with that.
You can pull these cars completely down to the very bolts of the car, which is really cool features. It's kind of a multiplayer mode. The big part of this game is going to be the multiplayer because it's going to be fighting territory. So you got to keep fighting other squads and other teams for areas and stuff like this. And there's a bunch of cool game modes in it too. Like time trials. You got basically you're just going around. Shutting down a crime syndicate across the United States, which is the main storyline. So it looks like a good game. It's going to be fun. It's a lot of co-op and matchmaking, so it's going to be cool.
You think the NASCAR guys are going to be able to play this? But they ain't making the same turn over and over, Bo.
You're going to get a shot, buddy. You better stop that.
Tony Stewart broke his leg, so he's got time to try it out. Tony Stewart,
That's
if you
true.
find this, you should play the crew when it comes out. I'm
Yes,
sure
it's
your
going to be a good fun.
leg will be completely healed by then. He may have already won another championship because I think that comes out, in 2014?
Yeah, it's Q1 of 2014, so it'll be early 2014.
All right, maybe Tony Stewart hasn't won a championship by that point, but you could still give it a try. I'm interested in playing it because I like the fact that you can go from, like New York and drive 45 minutes to Los Angeles. Me, I don't think I'll get on there and do all the territory stuff. I'll probably just get on there to just drive around and act stupid on it. And hey, Crash,
There's going to be a lot of people like that.
Crash, let's go from New York to fucking Miami today because I ain't got no life and nothing better to do.
Hey, it's a game.
That's
all that
right.
matters.
So, I mean, I'm interested in playing it. Crash, you going to play it, Mr. Coca-Cola?
Mm-hmm.
It's funny how you have a red hat, a red name tag, and a red Coca-Cola. You color coordinated tonight, huh?
Well, before we started, I was
Oh, he had the Pepsi on the side.
I had Pepsi on the side first.
So I'm buying the crew. That's for
Yeah.
sure. That was the game that I didn't. That's over the last week, probably the last 2 days. I actually kind of found and looked at it, and I thought it was pretty interesting. So I'm looking forward to playing that. Thrillman?
You know I am. I was the one talking about it.
Crash?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna definitely get on there.
Okay, so we found another game to go broke on.
Yeah,
Sure.
Hey, who wouldn't want to get on a game and be like, hey, let's go to LA and see what it looks like on there?
Let's do
Hey,
donuts.
I'm just waiting for them to, add my area so I can drive, like I would normally go down to Dunkin' Donuts, get me a coffee and a Dunkin' Donut.
You know what?
shop, and
I'm
come home.
I'm waiting for a game, where you actually, because, you got to put all your address and all this crap in, where you actually pull out of your own driveway.
That would be awesome.
That would actually be fun.
Yeah, that would be pretty
I don't know
badass.
if
I just
as
don't
long
want
as it don't
people
pop up
seeing
our
that.
names.
Google,
I don't want-
Google. We need you to get busy on that. Because Google, you're about the only one that has all the roads and all that crap.
They went with Google Map, didn't they? To make
Yeah,
I
they
believe.
That's what they was saying.
I mean, that's probably who everybody would use. I mean, Google pretty much
'Cause you
has
got
done a good
Google-
job
you
on
got
that.
Google Maps, Google World, and all that stuff where they,
Yeah.
people's already created, little cities, how they make it look. So
Yeah, so I mean, yeah, I'm pretty sure they probably did use Google as a reference or Google Maps and stuff like that.
If they
Uh,
make it really close or pretty close to what the real, rows are, I'll be very happy with it. That's for sure.
Oh yeah.
all right, so that's our three, and Thrillman found one right before the show.
Wolfenstein. That's what I want to
Wolfenstein.
talk about. Wolfenstein.
Wolfenstein.
That's right, Wolfenstein.
Wolf.
I didn't know much about it. I didn't really research it too much. It looks really good. The gameplay looks cool. It definitely brings some of that old Wolfenstein, back into it, but it definitely looks a lot better than the last one.
Did you
The
just?
last one really
Whoa, whoa,
was.
whoa, 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 whoa! Did you just create a new word? Did you just say Wolfenstyle?
Yeah,
Wolfenstyle.
Wolfenstein. We
I made that.
Wolfenstyle. Yeah, buddy.
look,
Put
we're
that
not
shit on.
we're not
I'm
Gundam style. We're Wolfenstyle.
I
Wolfenstyle.
made that, all right?
We're
It has that
Wolfenstyling it.
Wolfenstein essence.
Oh, sexy doggies. Woof, woof, woof.
But I'll get you more info on that in the next our next show. So, but it looks like a pretty good game. Go check it out if you haven't seen it. The gameplay is up already, and as well as the trailer's up.
Trailer,
So
yeah.
there's gameplay up as well already.
So Thrillman's recommendation is Wolfenstein. That's what he is interested in. I played the old way back in the day where you just walked up and down the wall and you kept hitting the space bar trying to find the secret rooms.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's a little funner than that these days.
Yeah, of course it's
Oh,
not
yeah.
as
Oh yeah.
it doesn't look as pixelated anymore.
Yeah, no, nowhere near.
Now everybody knows how freaking old I am. They're like, "What? There was a game you walked around hitting the space bar?" Crash, you had found one more too, huh? A Crash recommended game.
It's a crazy game. I didn't get much out of it, but it's called the Evil Within.
It looks creepy.
Yes,
look at that. The Evil Within. The three evil guys.
It's gonna be our game.
Yeah. They're saying, what did I say it was? It was pretty much a horror game.
Super scary, gory horror movie. It's really cool.
Yeah. Yeah, it's I think it was the producer of Resident Evil came
Yeah.
and made this one. The game itself, I don't even know what to say with it. I mean, you just gotta watch the trailer on it, really. But I mean, it just keeps you.
And it's definitely not Resident Evil game at all. It's definitely its own new genre of
It's not
crazy horror looking stuff. So go check that out.
No zombies. I didn't see no zombies, but it's some.
I don't know what the hell they were. They were just crazy looking.
Yeah, they were crazy looking shit going on there.
They're Derek Jeter on steroids.
Man, they're. But, I think you had one that you wanted to give a try out too, didn't you, Hayes?
Did I?
Yeah,
You don't know anymore.
If I did, I done forgot it.
the Division.
Oh yeah, the old Division. I'm glad you said something about that. Crash didn't even let me get to talk about the Evil Within, guy.
I'm telling you, just watch the trailer, man.
It reminds me.
I
I'll tell you what the evil. For me, it reminds me of Saw, like the movie, not the game. The
yeah,
movie.
the movie, yeah. I mean, there's some crazy shit going on.
I don't see
pretty-
Saul
it's pretty-
in that at all. Sorry. I don't agree with you.
Well, that's your opinion.
I was gonna
And
say.
That's my opinion.
I mean, it looks just like Saw, and that's. I mean, he's playing with barbed wire, guys hanging upside down. He looks like he's in a pig slaughtering factory
I
of
mean, you got
humans.
some creatures in there, man.
Yeah, it's pretty creepy.
Well, you
That
got
looks like
you
a
got
game.
big guys that look like they're fucking juggernauts or something. Because they were saying like if you shoot them in the head, it doesn't mean they're gonna die. If you shoot them in the
Right
leg,
away.
they might play dead. So I mean, for me that. But I mean, it's in like a. It looks like a slaughtering house in the
It's,
scene that we
it's
seen.
like a mental installation.
They had well, the part I seen there was a dude with a machete stuck in his gut, and he's hanging upside down. And of course, you're seeing everything from actually hanging upside down. There's a big, you know, big scary guy. I'm gonna sleep with my lights on tonight. That was a big fucker standing over there chopping something up. And in the beginning of the trailer, they're playing with barbed wire. It's just as
Yeah.
far as like the setting, it kind of reminds me of like Saw the movie and like Silent Hill in some
Yeah,
sense.
that's what it looks like. It looks like a cross between Silent Hill type creatures, but Resident Evil type play.
But I'm pretty sure. I mean, it's gonna have some of that Resident Evil feel to it.
Yeah.
I just hope it's like the old school Resident Evil. 'Cause
Yeah.
the new school Resident Evil's just kind of lost their touch. But all right, I'll move on. That's what I thought about the Evil Within. The Division. The Division is another Ubisoft, if I'm pronouncing it right, Ubisoft game. Of course, I mean they make the Assassin's Creed series. They got quite a good lineup coming out for next gen. But the Division is another one that they're looking at for next gen. And basically, from what I understand about it, it's a third-person shooter. And basically, the multiplayer just kind of blends in with the campaign. It's one of those games like you'll just enter an area, kind of like Destiny. In a sense, there's multiplayer areas, and then there's like campaign areas. It's just all blended. And you basically, from like one scene I've seen, which most people have seen in that trailer, you know, you're going towards the police station. There's guys on the roof. There's guys on the ground. Of course, you have a big, you know, gunfight. It looks like a grenade that rolls. Of course, he puts it on the ground, activates it, and it rolls to the enemy and blows up. And the police are locked in their jail cell. Now, from what I understand, when they let them out, what happens is basically in that area, the police, it kind of becomes like a neutral zone. You have to gather rations. You have to have water and food. You have to forage for stuff, and it's basically like the economy, stock market's crashed. There was a big like breakout of some disease. It's kind of got like so much stuff going on to it. For me, it's kind of hard to keep up with everything because it kind of reminds me of like, of course, now there's the disease. Okay, well that reminds me of like Resident Evil a little bit, but it's not like a zombie or any type of infection like that. And then, of course, with the stock market crashing, there's no real economy, there's no money, so you have to forge and you have to find all your stuff. It looks good as far as graphics. Of course, we've said that 1,000 times. Everybody knows that next gen, of course, it's going to look good. It's interesting to me because, of course, Ubisoft, they had Watch Dogs, what a lot of people are really excited about. Of course, there's the other Assassin's Creed's coming out. This one is another kind of different game from Ubisoft. So for me, I'm kind of excited to give it a try because
Isn't it Tom Clancy's The Division?
I'm
Yes.
not sure if it. See, I didn't even know that. I didn't know it was
Yeah.
Tom Clancy. Now I'm not
Yeah,
buying.
Tom Clancy.
Now I'm not interested anymore.
Yeah, you are.
I don't-
love Tom
I don't
Clancy's
want it.
games.
Yeah, you do.
The last time, all right, it still looks good. And I'll give it a try. But the last Tom Clancy game I bought, I felt like they raped me out of $60. That was the last Ghost Recon. I think it was Future Soldier. I was excited.
Yeah, I wasn't a big
Is-
fan of that one either.
It's just terrible.
This one looks pretty good, man.
See, here's
you're gonna have to try it, man.
I'm gonna have to try it, but here's the thing: out of all the games that keep coming out, and we talk about next gen and all that, there's gonna be some games that suck.
Oh yeah.
Let's be realistic, because all games can't be great on next gen, right?
No,
Right.
I don't know, man.
I don't know, but the gameplay looked good.
From what I've
Definitely.
seen, it
Yeah.
looks fun. I like the way that the kind of multiplayer aspect just kind of blends in. I do like that in these new like Destiny. It just happens. There's nothing you have to do. You're just there and it happens.
Yeah.
Thurman, did you see The Division at all?
Yeah, I did. I watched it. It was really. The trailer looked amazing, and the gameplay looked really good too. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, it looks like a really good game. I think I'm gonna definitely give it a try anyway. So,
I like how they went into that, what is that armory room? And they was going through looking at the weapons and stuff, and you can pick up, what was it? He had a
Oh, that was the police station, I think.
MK16. Yeah,
yeah.
it was an
Well,
MK16
I've
something.
The way it looks like, you have a lot of help. Like it looks like it's a really, really big map. Like you get all these cool little new features and kind of new technologies. The map is really cool. Like it lays out so you can see what the buildings around you. Looks like that hologram style goes out and you can look at your maps and a lot of cool little new features.
Yeah.
And semi-futuristic weapons that are still around.
Well, being Tom Clancy too, like most of Tom Clancy stuff's always been, Tom Clancy's always kind of been into that futuristic stuff. That's
Right.
kind of the cool thing about Tom Clancy stuff. Now, people thought that it's not that I don't like Tom Clancy. It's just that the last 2 Tom Clancy titles I bought from Ubisoft, this were not polished. It's not Tom Clancy. It's not his fault. They love using his name. A lot of Tom Clancy's book, I've actually read some of Tom Clancy's books. They're very good books. But Tom Clancy's always kind of been into that futuristic warfare, things that are on the edge of almost reality, but some things that just will never be reality. He's always kind of been that way, and that gives a game developer a lot of flexing room to make stuff. I did like Thurman was saying, like the holographic map when you're walking. That is pretty cool. There's some cool stuff about it. I mean, I'm interested in playing it. I was breaking your balls, Chris, when you said Tom Clancy. So
Yeah, I think they're going to redeem themselves from the 2.
that I bought, yeah, probably so. I mean, they got a pretty good stacked lineup. I mean, look, I'm still watching Dogs right now. Yep, I still watched them. No different from last week's episode.
Yeah.
So I mean, I love watching my dogs. So I mean, that's a great game already. It can't get any better than that. Thrillman, you watch your dog. Look, do it now. Isn't it fun? Oh, you just played the best game of your life. That's pretty much all I've got to say about the Division. And oh my God, I don't even know what else to say on that.
I think that's it there, buddy.
Yep, I believe that's gonna wrap up our show. And closing thoughts from you, Crash.
Love the game. That's it.
That's it. That's your closing
Yeah.
thought. You
Yeah,
don't.
love it.
You could tell people to drive safe.
No, because nobody listens.
This is true. So why are we doing this? If nobody listens, why are we doing this?
Because we want to.
There's some
This
bored
is what
people
we
out
wanna
there.
do. This
That's
is what
the-
we want to do.
That's true, but there's some bored people out there that listen.
Well, I don't know. I mean, you get some people out there.
You can tell them try Taco Bell. There you go. Crash said try Taco Bell.
That didn't come out my mouth. That came out Ace's.
No, they can't see my mouth right now. I got a big pop sock blocking it. Pop
That's all
filter.
right. Your voice.
All right, so that's your closing thought. You're looking forward to the game.
Yeah, I'm just looking forward to playing, man. That's all it is.
Okay. Well, Thrillman, bring this back.
Have fun, stay safe, play games like you stole them.
Well, that's great.
Whew. I'm Evil Ace King. I say try Taco Bell, go to McDonald's, get a 40-piece nugget, play games, enjoy it, drink a little bit of Dr. Pepper, sit on your front porch, wave at your neighbors. If you don't like them, give them the finger, flick a booger out the window at 60 miles an hour, and have a great life. This is Lethal Injection signing off, and we'll see you next week.